have another tale for you. This one takes place on New Year's Eve, when homes fill with noise, laughter, and people who believe nothing uninvited could ever find its way inside. Now, before I begin telling the story, how about you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell? Remember, your support means a lot. Now let us continue. One more thing before we begin. This story is about a man. I'll be telling it in his own words, in first person, so there's no confusion. This is what happened the night an uninvited guest arrived and never needed to be let in. We didn't plan anything extravagant. That was the point. A few friends, a small apartment, music loud enough to fill the space, but not loud enough to drown out conversation. The kind of New Year's Eve where everyone knows each other's names and no one is trying too hard to make the night memorable. I remember locking the door before people arrived. Not because I was worried, because it felt responsible, habitual. By 9 o'clock, the place was warm with bodies and sound. Shoes piled near the entrance, drinks sweating onto coasters, laughter overlapping in uneven rhythms. The year felt almost over. I remember thinking that was a relief. The first glimpse I noticed her the way you notice something only after it's already been there a while. She stood near the hallway, partially obscured by people moving in front of her. Tall, still, dressed entirely in white, not bright white, soft, muted, like fabric that had been washed too many times. I assumed she was someone's guest. No one introduced her. She didn't speak, didn't smile, didn't look lost. She moved slowly through the apartment, brushing past conversations without interrupting them. No one reacted. That should have been my first warning. I watched her longer than I meant to. She didn't hold a drink, didn't eat, didn't check her phone. She walked as if she knew the layout of the apartment better than we did, pausing near doorways, standing too long in corners. I asked a friend quietly who she came with. He frowned, followed my gaze, then shook his head. "She's probably your friend," he said. I knew that wasn't true. I had never seen her before in my life. As the night went on, the party grew louder. She didn't change. She passed through rooms like she was counting them, like she was checking to see if everything was still where it should be. Sometimes she stopped near the walls, fingertips grazing them lightly, almost affectionately. When the music shifted, she didn't react. When people laughed louder, she didn't flinch. She didn't watch the countdown clock. She didn't watch us. She watched the space. Everyone knows. At some point, someone else noticed her, then another. Whispers started, careful ones. Jokes made quietly, as if humor might turn her into something harmless. That's when someone said it. "Don't talk to her." The room didn't go silent, but something in it thinned. I asked what they meant, and the answer came reluctantly, like a memory being pulled from somewhere it didn't want to go. "The lady in white. She shows up sometimes. Always on New Year's Eve. Always uninvited. If you ignore her, she leaves. If you confront her..." No one finished the sentence. I wish I could say I meant to confront her. I didn't. I was carrying empty cups to the kitchen when she appeared in my path, closer than she'd ever been before. I stopped without thinking. "Can I help you?" I asked. The words felt too loud the moment they left my mouth. She turned slowly. Her face was calm, not angry, not sad, disappointed. The temperature in the apartment dropped so suddenly I felt it in my teeth. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. The party began to unravel. Music stuttered. Conversations fell apart mid-sentence. People complained about headaches, nausea, dizziness. Some left early without saying goodbye. She moved more freely now. No one crossed her path anymore. She paused in front of me once more, standing so close I could smell old fabric and something faintly metallic. Her eyes met mine, and I knew then that she wasn't visiting the party. She was revisiting something. Something that happened here, or something that would. The countdown started. 10, 9. She stood in the center of the room. 8, 7. No one cheered. No one raised a glass. 6, 5. I realized she was smiling. 4, 3. The lights flickered. 2. I felt pressure on my chest, like hands pressing inward from all sides. 1. Midnight arrived. She didn't leave. I don't remember her leaving. I only remember the space she left behind. The apartment felt wrong after that. Empty in places that had never been empty before. Some people never came back the next year. Some never talked about that night again. I still host parties. I still lock the door. And every New Year's Eve, I watch the hallway. Because sometimes, just before midnight, I see a figure in white standing where no one was a moment ago, and I make sure not to say a word. And that was my tale.